Hey guys, Dan and Chris here once again from D&CGaming.
And we'd like to thank you for joining us for another episode of The Brief History of Call of Duty.
If you missed part 1, be sure and click that link right down there. So sit back and enjoy part 2 of A Brief History of Call of Duty. The following is rated TV-MA for bad language and bad jokes. Hello everybody and welcome back to D&CGaming's A Brief History of Call of Duty. You may have noticed the title of this video is a little bit different, but we'll get to that later. For now, let's get back into the history of things. Or should I say, the shit story. Last time we covered the good Call of Duty games, now we're gonna cover the bad ones. I lead by his example. To quote the nerd, I review this shit so you don't have to. Alright, let's get this over with. Let's begin with Black Ops 2. Released by Treyarch in 2012, this was the first game in the series to feature future warfare. This was the first mistake to set us down the dark path we currently find ourselves on. I'm not saying future warfare is a bad thing, but they didn't really do it right. They jumped way too far into the future and just dropped us, the players, into the proverbial shit, as opposed to easing us gradually into things. It was also the first and only game so far to have multiple endings, depending on your choices throughout the story. This was met by criticism from many, because of the way the campaign ending was influenced by the choices of the player. Many players felt that the game should be more linear, so to speak, and not have the choices alter the result. I say do away with the choices altogether. They were bullshit anyway. So that's it. That's the beginning of the end. And you know, I bet Chris would agree with me if he was here. Let's ask him.
What now? I'm just enjoying a delicious bowl of Cheerios.
I wanted you to tell all the people what you think of Black Ops 2 and how it started us down the path of shit we currently find ourselves on.
Well, I don't think Black Ops 2 is a bad game, but I do think it was the turning point into duty.
And there you have it, folks. It's a piece of shit. Let's condemn it to the depths of hell where it belongs.
Now, hold on a second.
What?
Look, it's the turning point into duty, not actual duty. Sure, the campaign choices were odd, and by no means is it Mass Effect, but we have to give Treyarch, credit for at least trying something new. And they brought back Nuka-Town, so it's not that bad of a game. Look, we just gotta give this game a pass. After that, every game after that, you can vanish to the fiery depths of the underworld.
Alright, fair enough. Black Ops 2, consider yourself lucky. Moving on through the river of shit without a paddle, we come to our next game, Call of Duty Ghosts. This game is where the shit really started hitting the fan, and spraying crap in the face of gamers like a muck-spreading hippo. Yep, okay, that's an AVGN quote, but it is rather fitting. Well, the game received praise for the multiplayer and new Extinction Mode, yet another substitute for zombies featuring aliens, the story of the game suffered in a severe way, receiving criticism for its single-player campaign rehashing of old familiar concepts, general lack of innovation, and a storyline ending, as well as no voice for the protagonist, as featured in some previous games. Although I will say the introduction of the first non-human player character, Riley the German Shepherd, was an interesting new mechanic that was added. Other than that, however, the general story was crap and Extinction was lackluster and very difficult if your teammates were stupid and couldn't read simple directions. Well, there's another game to banish to hell. Oh, alright, this is making me nauseous. Wading through this much crap is quite sickening. Alright, next. The first game made by Sledgehammer Games, released in 2014, was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Oh, God, just saying that name makes me physically sick. Ugh. Once again, set way too far in the future. We follow the story of the Atlas Corporation, who are basically a private military company trying to take over the world to avenge some guy's dead son. Yeah, because that's a good, reasonable story. Since it's in the future, this game was the first to feature energy weapons, which is not totally implausible considering the time period, so I guess that's okay. It was also the first game to feature exosuit movement, which completely changed the dynamic of multiplayer. Many would say it's a good mechanic to the game, but I don't agree, as it just feels way too futuristic, and to me, that doesn't feel like Call of Duty. That feels like Halo. And if I wanted to play Halo, I'd go and play Halo. This was also the first game to introduce an RNG-based loot table system for all multiplayer gear. Now, I have a huge problem with RNG-based systems, which is a matter for another time, because I could go on and on. For now, let's just get it on the record and say that I think RNG systems are a creation from Satan's rancid butthole, and leave it at that. Honestly, the only good part about this game was Kevin Spacey voicing the main villain. Now, I would say Sledgehammer deserves a pass for making such a bad game, considering it's their first. But since all future Call of Duty games are following in the same shit formula that they made this game out of, I say, pass denied. Well, another game for you, Satan. Here you go. Finally, we come to the latest released piece of garbage, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I despise this game to its very core. First, let's cover the multiplayer. As opposed to the traditional games of the past, Treyarch once again decided to risk it all, trying something new, and instead of letting you make your character from the ground up, they implemented 9 uniquely different characters, each with either a special weapon or ability that is unique to them. Sounds cool, but it's not. Think League of Legends heroes. To every character, there's some sort of counter. So the players are not on an even playing field anymore. Some characters trump others, and that's just generally unfair. As a result, the character customization no longer was as in-depth as it used to be, with many players looking almost the same. So there's the multiplayer and how shitty it is. Now let's move on to the story. The story is shit. It's just shit. That's all it is. It's shit. Okay, imagine this. I'll explain the story as simply as I can. You go on a mission, you get your body destroyed by a robot, wake up in a simulation telling you that your body is being rebuilt into a super soldier cyborg that can be hacked by the government. But wait, it gets worse. Now, back in the real world, your secret mission is to basically stop this world's version of Skynet from the Terminator from taking over the world. But wait, there's more! Now you go into another simulation to stop Skynet, and when you do, you come out of the simulation as the embodiment of Skynet. So basically, you just lost. But wait! There's even fucking more! If you read the intel screens at the beginning of each mission, you'll learn that your character actually died in the operation to restore his body, and this whole fucking thing was a simulation based loosely on the events of your fellow soldiers, and they implanted it in your mind to ease the passing of your death. So basically, the whole game never happened and is a complete lie. That's basically Treyarch saying, hey, thanks for your $60, now go fuck yourself, and they give you the middle finger and fly away into the sunset. What a crock of shit. I'm angry about this, and you should be too. This game is horrible. Fuck it. Fuck it to hell, I say. So that's it, friends. A complete history of Call of Duty. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one. Well, let's get this over with. This game is going to be horrible! If you don't believe me, then do some research like I do. This game's reveal trailer has set the record for the second most disliked video on YouTube. Not only that, but it already lost Game of the Year award to Battlefield 1, and neither game is even out yet. But wait, it gets worse yet again. Infinity Ward is re-releasing the original Modern Warfare in a remastered version. But only if you buy their latest installment of shit. That's right, it's not sold separately.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, they're just doing it for the money at this point.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
So we're going off script here for just a second because I want you to see how much bullshit this really is. I have the Infinite Warfare Wikipedia page open right now. Just listen to this. The game's campaign is centered around a battle for the solar system after Earth's natural resources have been depleted. So we're literally fighting out in space for other planets. Okay, that's not Call of Duty. Not only that, now we have our own transforming fighter jet named the Jackal. Transformers? Are you kidding me? No. And if that weren't enough, just take a look at this.
This is MC Bust Your Ass coming at you.
Welcome to the dork side.
Normally I'd say fight me, but let's not do that.
Why were clowns invited? No one likes clowns.
not worth it. It's just not worth it.
That's it. We're finished. There's no coming back from this. We have officially devolved as a species. You know what? I'll be right back. I have to prove a point. This'll do.
Oh no! You gotta give me a notification when you're gonna do that. What could you possibly want this time? I was reading Game Informer.
Well, I want to perform a little experiment. You see that piece of duty?
I mean, this piece of duty?
No, not that duty. That duty right there.
It's duty. What about it?
Well, we're gonna play a new game.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
Alright, so here's the game. You're gonna pick up that piece of duty, push it around in your hands, and we're gonna toss it back and forth, and then you have to give me $60.
What? I'm giving you $60 to throw a smelly piece of poo-poo back and forth?
That is correct. Why? Is that a problem?
Well, I guess it's better than Call of Duty.
So that's it, everyone. However, I do have one final thing to say.
What more do you want?
I need you to do one more thing for me.
You stopped me from saving the galaxy of the Reapers, interrupted my delicious bowl of Cheerios, and made me toss around a piece of shit. What more do you want?
Wow. Okay, I just wanted you to wave this American flag in the background behind me.
Okay.
My fellow Americans, I come to you today with the gravest of news. November 4th, 2016 is a day that will live on in infamy as the day Call of Duty Infinite Warfare was released. This, as responsible American citizens, we cannot allow. It is our right to not play shitty games, and only by standing together can we send a message to these horrible game companies and the atrocities that they produce. On a second note, I urge you all not to vote for my wife, Hillary Clinton, this coming election, for as she is not the... I've just been informed that I cannot impersonate Bill Clinton and badmouth his wife in the coming election on YouTube. Well, we're gonna do it anyway. Not like anything bad ever happened to people who badmouth Hillary Clinton, right? 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 So there it is, friends. Brief history of Call of Duty. If you joined us for this adventure, we'd like to thank you because we put a lot of hard work into it. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite a ride. It wasn't easy, but here we are, finally done with it. We really hope all of you enjoyed it, and if you really liked this, then hit the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to check out the other videos, you know. You can see where we came from, you know, see if you think we've improved, you know, from what we started to how we are right now.
And be sure and tell your friends and family. Help the channel grow. And once again, thanks. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.